Hey y'all, welcome to the first installment of the year of my TBR game, Picks My TBR for the month. I did not play this game last month to prepare for January's TBR, and maybe that's why I only ended up reading 3 books last month. Let's talk about those 3 books really quick because I'm not going to make a separate video for 3 books, even though they kind of all deserve it because they were all kind of bangers. But we're going to talk about the books I read last month really quick, and then we're going to play the TBR game to pick a TBR for the rest of February, and I'm really excited. So the first book I read in January was Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This is a retelling of The Red Queen, and that's all I'm going to tell you. Like, seriously, that book is amazing. If you like fairy tale retellings, I gave it 4 stars. I really loved it. Every bit of it I was eating up. There's like a surprise ending in a way. I was not expecting it at all. I actually read this while on my vacation in Cancun. It's the only book I read on vacation, I know. And it literally had me gasping. Like, I finished it on the airplane on the way back to New York. And I was just, I was beside myself. It was like such a glorious, surprising ending. I didn't expect it to go that way. So like, if you like fairy tale retellings and you've not read Heartless, you have to get on that. And apparently I'm new to the Marissa Meyer game because she retells fairy tales all the time. Like, that's what she's been doing. I picked up Cinder from the library and I'm still currently reading it. It's a retelling of Cinderella where she's like a robot. It's crazy. So Marissa Meyer, I'm gonna have to pick up more of her books for sure. The next book I read was Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Boulley. This book got 5 stars. You guys, it was amazing. It was a thriller, it was a mystery, a little bit of a romance. This is a book about Donis, who is an unenrolled tribal member. She's living on the Ojibwe reservation and she's trying to just like navigate her way through life, okay? She witnesses a murder. She befriends the new guy on her brother's hockey team, who is not quite what he seems. She gets wrapped into this unraveling story of this drug cartel that's happening in her hometown, and she's kind of like at the center of it as well without even realizing it. This book was so good, like so many twists and turns, not to mention just the writing. Gorgeous and beautiful. Seriously, I really love the writing for this one. I could have notated the whole book. Like, I feel like this is one of those books you could notate everything with, and it would be so warranted because every sentence, every paragraph has a sentence that is just so profound, like something that you've never heard before, something you never thought of before. I really liked the main character's voice. It was an amazing book. Great story, really thrilling, and the mystery is really good too. Like, when it actually all comes together, oh my gosh, you will be screaming. And then the final book I read was Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. This is probably my least favorite out of Ali Hazelwood's books, okay? If you've read one Ali Hazelwood book, you've read all of the Ali Hazelwood books. And thankfully for me, I actually like her tropes and I like her books, I will say. This one got 3 stars. It wasn't like like I said, it wasn't my favorite out of hers, probably because it's the only book of hers that I've read so far that actually has 0 smut. I was not expecting that. I was getting ready for her final chapter of smut where we have like these characters yearning the whole book all the way through. Will they, won't they? And then they finally get together in the last chapter. That didn't happen here. And I will say I was disappointed. I truthfully was disappointed, okay? I was waiting for that final chapter. Nothing ended up happening. So actually, if you want a good romance book that has no smut in it whatsoever, Check and Mate is really cute, okay? She grew up loving chess, playing chess. Her dad taught her how to play chess, okay? And then due to circumstances that happen later, she stops playing chess. However, she's kind of recruited to play it again, and she's playing against the biggest, baddest chess player of all time, also her arch nemesis, also her rival. So, you know, it's got those cute tropes, okay? It made me want to play chess when it was over. All right, so those were the 3 books that I read last month. 2 really good ones that I would happily own and reread again. One, So I'm really excited because I want to pick a TBR for this month so that I can be held accountable for the reading that I do in the month of February. I'm literally 40 minutes away from finishing He Who Drowned the World by Shelley Parker Chan. It's the duology and the She Who Became the Sun series. You have to read those books. Those books are so good, and I'm just on a reading kick, so I'm excited and ready to play this board game I have over here and pick my TBR for February. One day I'm gonna film the process that it takes to set this video up with 2 cameras because it's actually ridiculous how much time it takes and all of the things that I have to do in this little room to make it happen. But let's get started, okay? I have a ton of books on my Kindle. I have a full library over here with only like, I would say 20% read. I have some library books and other books that I'm in the middle of. So without further ado, let's play the TBR game and pick a TBR for February. Okay, so the way that this video works, or the way that this game works, is I will roll a dice, go to the number that it rolled, and then it will determine what section of the board I'm in. So if I'm in Peppermint Forest, I'll flip that card and then read the prompt and pick a book to fit that prompt. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, this is my favorite video to film every month because I like playing games. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is in the Gingerbread Plum Trees. Science fiction. Oh my gosh, wait, this is awful. So I had Dark Matter by Blake Crouch rented or loaned to me through the Libby app because your girl finally got a library card and has access to the Libby app now. And it just said that my loan expired, but it didn't. I'm actually really confused because I definitely should still have this available to me. It's fine. So I'm going to say that I'm going to put Dark Matter in there because I'm going to figure out what happened with that loan and maybe I can renew it for this month because I never finished it. I got like 5% of the way through and never finished it because I've been reading He Who Drowned the World. So I'm gonna make a collection on my Kindle for February TBR. I'm gonna put Dark Matter by Blake Crouch in it. I know that this became a TV show on Apple TV. It's one of the only science fiction books that's in my TBR. If for any reason I'm unable to renew that loan, I'm going to add Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir to the TBR for the science fiction prompt because this is gonna become a movie. I believe it's Ryan Gosling. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I believe it's Ryan Gosling and I'm excited to read it. Okay, let's roll for the next book. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we are in the Peppermint Forest and it says landscape on cover. I recently redid a lot of these, by the way. I added a lot of new prompts. So landscape on cover is definitely new. Okay, it's literally time. It's so time to finally pick up Babel from R.F. Kuang. Babel. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna continue saying it both ways. I fear my brain won't let my mouth say it one way. I have to continue saying it both ways. Her new book, Calabasas, is coming out this year. If you know me, you've heard me talk about it at length and I'm very excited for it. And I've heard that this is definitely a book that you should read to understand her writing even more before reading Calabasas. I also have kind of a video planned in regards to this and preparing for Calabasas, so if I'm able to get that up on the ground and running, I will add this book to it. So I'm gonna add Babel to, see, it's so hard for me to say it. I'm gonna add this book to the TBR for February. I don't know if this counts as a landscape. It kind of isn't actually now that I'm looking at it because it's a castlescape more like, but it's my TBR game and I choose the rules, okay? All right, next up we have, ooh, okay, I'm gonna roll this one again. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh, I'm never ever going to be in Licorice Castle, I swear. See, this is the end of Peppermint Forest. And it says sprayed edges. Okay, I only have, ooh, I'm gonna pick up all my sprayed edges. I'm gonna show you all my sprayed edges. Okay, this is my humble collection of sprayed edges. See if I can pick it up like this. Okay, I read all of these except for one. So we have The Night Ends with Fire. I read this a couple months ago. I'm not looking to reread it. I have A Study in Drowning. I do want to reread this one before the sequel comes out. Oh, let me show you the sprayed edges of It Ends with Fire. Yeah, I do want to reread this before the sequel comes out, but just not yet. I don't think I want to reread something just yet unless I'm specifically prompted to. The Poppy War, I want to reread this so bad. So that just leaves Blood Over Bright Haven by M.L. Wang. I've heard amazing things about this book. I have no idea what it's about. I've just heard amazing things from people that I trust, so I bought it because it was 50% off at Barnes & Noble, and it's the only sprayed edges I have that I have not read, so I am going to add that one to the TBR. All right, fourth roll. Ooh, finally, a Licorice Castle, that's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Licorice Castle, what do we got? Something you've read before. Oh my gosh. What did I just say? Okay, what do I want to reread the most? Okay, if I'm being completely honest with myself, what do I want to reread the most? It's gonna be Pride and Prejudice. I have not read this since college, and before college I hadn't read it since middle school. So it's about damn time to read this with a fully developed brain, okay? Yeah, I'm really excited. Look at this. This is the Dover Thrift Edition. I absolutely love their books so much. I've picked basically all physical copies so far. That makes me happy. Okay, for the fifth roll. 12 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We are in the Gumdrop Mountains, and this is a name in the title. So like, I guess that means someone's name is in the title. Okay, let's look at something on my Kindle just in case. Ooh, right away I see Annie-Bot. I have been wanting to read this. This came out last year. It's like it's kind of science fiction-y. It's about a sex doll that like gains her consciousness. I'm not entirely sure. I've heard some good things, some kind of mid things. I've been wanting to read it, so I'm gonna add Annie-Bot to the TBR for February. Okay, let's roll again. I love this game. I love this game so much. I could play it all day. Okay, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're still in Gumdrop Mountains. We have a book I failed to read from another month. Oh my god, that's so many. I could pick any collection on here from a previous month and just pick a book from there that's still sitting in there. Hi, Pancake. Ugh. Pancake, stop, stop. Don't hit your head on that. Stop it. Yeah. Okay, my last TBR was a December TBR. And oh my gosh, I still have Wicked on here. But you know what? I'm gonna add, okay, so I have Metal Slinger and Court of the Vampire Queen. I'm gonna add Metal Slinger because I've heard that this is kind of like a book talk fantasy recommendation, and those are usually really easy to read, really quick to get through. Sometimes they're good and a lot of times they're not very good, but I have fun reading them because I'm good at hate reading, I guess you could say. So I am going to add this one here in case I need like a little fantasy palette cleanser. However, I see that a lot of my books here are within the fantasy realm, I'm assuming, but all I buy are fantasy books, all I download are fantasy books, so I don't know what I expected. So I'm adding Metal Slinger to the TBR for a book that I didn't finish from another month. All right, Pancake, you ready to roll again? You ready to roll again? Let's go. That is an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are in the Peanut Brittle House. A pink cover. Oh my god, how perfect for Valentine's Day. I literally dressed up for Valentine's Day as well with my new Taylor Swift Lover cardigan. Okay, so a pink cover. Sadly, my Kindle is not the color Kindle, so I don't see the colors on my Kindle, so I will have to pick a physical book for this one. Okay, that was really hard. I only have 2 books on my physical TBR that have pink in them that I have not read, and they are my most recent buys as well. These were featured in my book haul video. I will have that video linked down below in case you want to see the books that I got for the Barnes & Noble hardcover sale. We have The God of the Woods and The Invocations. I think The Invocations is smaller, and I do love her writing, so I can trust that I will enjoy this. This book, I don't know if it's just because it's very tall, but it's kind of menacing to me. And I do think that I will enjoy this story more. I don't know. This is definitely like a YA book as well. And okay, I'm gonna add this one because I don't have any YAs. I have a classic over here. I have a couple of adults. I have an R.F. Kuang book, so that's gonna be dense as hell. So I'm gonna put this YA one, The Invocations, just to give me a palette cleanser in case I need something a little quicker and easier to understand and read. So I'm choosing The Invocations for the pink cover prompt. 6, 7. Okay, so I have picked 7. I plan on going for 9 or 10, so let's roll again. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I think we are in the Lollipop Woods now. Yes. Okay, so oh my gosh. Enemies to lovers. Wait, how am I even gonna figure this out? Enemies to lovers. Okay, I definitely have some enemies to lovers on my Kindle. Like there's no way I don't have enemies to lovers on my Kindle right now. Okay, I have the first book in the Mindfuck series, which is apparently like really good. It has a really high rating on Goodreads, but I don't actually like it because I tried to read it on 3% in and it's just not for me, but I still want to see what all the hullabaloo is about. Maybe I'll like it. Ooh, I have this other book called Kings of Quarantine, which I think is a bully romance. I wanted to try one out and see if I liked it because I don't think I've ever read a book like that before. So I'll double check that that's enemies to lovers. Wait, Olivia Blake, One for My Enemy. That has to be enemies to lovers, right? Like it has to be. Here's the thing, I don't know anything about these books, so... Oh, One for My Enemy is a Romeo and Juliet retelling. Oh, there's no way, that's not enemies to lovers. Okay, we can't do that one. I'm just Googling, is this book enemies to lovers? Is this book enemies to lovers? Ooh, okay, so I have To Poison a King by, it's cut off here, S.G. Prince. Hold on. Ooh, literally the first line of it, my hands did not shake on the day I killed the king. I love a good opening line like that, a grabbing opening line like that. This was recommended, I believe, by Carrie Can Read on YouTube, and I trust her recommendations so much. This is a Kindle Unlimited, and it says that it's enemies to lovers. I have been dying to read it, so I'm gonna add To Poison a King by S.G. Prince to the TBR. Okay, so I think technically I need to do one more, but who knows, maybe I'll keep rolling because this game is really addicting to play. All right, roll number 8 or 9, I don't remember. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are still in the Lollipop Woods. Ooh, and we're getting one of these cards. So these are the character cards, and I put these in to like move me around the board more. So whatever character this is, I will go to their spot and then I'll roll again once I'm in their spot. Okay, so we've got, well, I'm literally in the, oh my gosh, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew I was gonna end up putting a character card on the location. Okay, we're gonna skip that and we're just gonna pick up the last Lollipop Woods prompt, okay? A fairy tale, ah, I love a fairy tale. However, I told myself that I would finish some library books, and I have kind of overlooked them every single time I've had one of these prompts, so I am maybe 1/3 of the way through with Cinder by Marissa Meyer, who wrote Heartless that we just talked about a few minutes ago. I'm going to finish this book this month because it goes back to the library in like 10 days. So this is gonna be my fairy tale. I kind of wish I could look for a new fairy tale, but it's okay because I need to finish this one. So Cinder is going on the TBR. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I have 9 confirmed. I have rolled for 9. I'm gonna roll for one more because this game is fun, and then we're gonna end the video, okay? I promise. All right, final roll. Roll 10. Let's go, baby. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm still in Lollipop Woods. However, there are no more cards, so I'm gonna go one over and go into the Ice Cream Sea, my girl, and this is the final prompt for February. We have most reviews on Goodreads. Ooh, that's a good one. Most reviews on Goodreads. So I love looking at my Goodreads. I love looking at my books on my TBR list and like sorting them. So this will be really fun. Oh, this website is so ancient. It takes forever to load. Oh my gosh. Most reviews on Goodreads is Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. I should have known it would be a classic. I don't own it. I don't own Romeo and Juliet, and the one under that is Jane Eyre, which I still don't own yet either. Hi, Pancake. Hey, girl. So I guess I'm going to have to find a copy of Romeo and Juliet. It will definitely be at the library, so no worries there. I'll just be able to borrow it from Libby, or I can go physically into the library, any library in this area, and pick up a copy of Romeo and Juliet. I know they got me. So yeah, that's it. Okay, this is the TBR for February. This is the physical TBR. I don't know how Pride and Prejudice got stuck between those two hardbacks, but there we go, okay. And then here is the Kindle version of the TBR for February. Very exciting to get into all of these. Oh my gosh, like I'm so excited to read now that I have like a list. I love putting all of my lists into smaller lists and then completing those smaller lists. I feel like I'm actually taking care of business, okay? Yeah, I'm really excited to read all of these, especially because these are all newer books as well, and I'm really freaking excited to read another Art of Kwong. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are returning to this video because you have seen one of my videos before and you wanted to click on another one, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate your support a lot. If you are new to this channel, consider subscribing so you don't miss any book or movie content that I make in the future. If you like this video, give it a like, and I will see you in the next one. Say bye. Bye.